So how did you pull yourself away from it when you got to 33?
So I became an IV user.
Mm.
Um, I was actually IV using towards the fragment and end of Superheist,
Yeah.
and no one knew. And about when I was 30, it all just went and exploded, and I became psychotic, violent, angry. People, family, my mum, my brother, my sister, my family, started seeing, hey man, something's not right with Joey,
Yeah, I get
like
that.
on a big scale. And I remember being psychotic and selling ice, and then I had troubles with dealers, and because I was using just a ridiculous amount of meth, and
Mm.
I borrowed money off my brother to pay back dealers, and my brother's like, hey man, like this isn't going to happen much longer. And when I was about 30, it all exploded. Just over 30, and I went crazy at my mum, and basically in my psychosis, told my mum I was going to kill her,
Oh, wow.
and grabbed the knife out. She called the police. The police were on their way. I had these charges on me, so I didn't want to get locked up. So I jumped in my car, packed my car, left. Intervention order, 2 years put on by the police for 1 year, actually.
Yeah.
And then it got extended to 1 year. So I basically left my house with my family, who were like beautiful people. And then hit the streets in my little Barina,
Yeah.
and packed my car, mate, and I hit the streets. And for that time onwards till 33, I was in and out of drug dens,
Oh,
living in my
wow.
car, living on the streets. I had everything in my car, all my car windows smashed in, all my possessions stolen, speakers, instruments, clothes, money, drugs. I got ripped off by dealers. I got set up and poisoned, bro. Like, I mean, I saw some things that, you probably wouldn't even, if I told you, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Some things probably best kept, it's secret. But up until all that time, man, I went to my lowest at 33. I was living in and out of Karingal, Frankston, and Langwarrin.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see my family. My niece had just been born, and I couldn't see her be born. I couldn't be there. It broke me, man. Broke me. And then I remember I was with this guy, and we didn't have drugs. I was literally living out of like a little tiny bag. I stunk. I hadn't showered for 2 weeks. I had
Oh,
hepatitis C. I was sick and malnourished, and I reeked.
yeah.
And I became like this homeless dude.
Yeah.
And I remember getting on my knees, and I remember holding my phone. I was going to smash my phone to pieces because it was just about to run out. I had no money, and I wanted drugs, and I couldn't get drugs. And I yelled out up at the sky, and I said, "If you're beeping real,"
Yeah.
and I called God every single name under the sun. I said, "Yeah, you reckon that's who you are?" I lost it, and
Yeah.
I called him every name under the sun, and I said, "If you're real, get me out of this mess. I want to die."